Thank you, Shweta. I think you've done my job easy because it's the toughest session to have after lunch. And thanks to you, I think you've brought that energy back here. So let me introduce myself. I'm Tabrej Khan. I'm the CTO at Anand Rathi Insurance Brokers Limited. Anand Rathi Broker Limited is a composite insurance broker. We deal into life insurance, general insurance, and reinsurance. I have around almost 2 decades of experience in insurance industry. So here I'm going to talk about omnipresence and delivering value across touch points. So I'll share my insights and also the practical experience. Before I get into the slides, I would just like to share one recent experience that I had, which is related to omnipresent and customer experience. So it was like I wanted to purchase my car insurance. It was renewal. So what I did was I thought to explore aggregator portal. So I went to one of the aggregator portal, and there I could find a competent premium along with the coverages that I was looking for. And what I did was I also compared the same premium and coverage with that insurance company that I shortlisted on that aggregator portal. And I found there was a difference in the premium. So aggregator portal was more competent in terms of premium than the insurance company. So I went to their website, I provided my details, I dropped from both aggregator portal as well as insurance company. And I got call from call center from both aggregator portal as well as insurance company. So aggregator portal call center was, what I personally experienced, was much more matured. They were very clear about their portal, about the functionality, features. They really helped me in getting my policy renewed. And I renewed that policy with the same insurance company where I was just checking the premium. So now what happened was that insurance company call center, So insurance company call center kept calling me saying, sir, your policy is due for renewal. It's not been renewed. So I was taken aback saying, I just renewed my policy. I've got the policy copy as well. So why is this person telling me I have not renewed my policy? I told that person I have renewed the policy and it is with your insurance company. So they said, okay, we will update in the system. And after 3 days, again, I called from the same number, some other representative, saying your policy is due for renewal. It's not renewed. So I was just thinking, I mean, this practical example that happened with me made me think, okay, where is the gap, right? I have the policy with me. It is with the same insurance company, but I did not purchase from the insurance company, but it was from one of the channel partners. So the possibility could be the integration between the aggregator portal and insurance company may not be real time. They may not have got that update. Second could be the training issue with the call center. They may not have set a process. Third could be within their system, it must be silos, right? It's not integrated that they know that I have renewed the policy. So that could be many speculation that I had in my mind. So just a context, want to share with you guys before I delve into this. There are many, I am sure you guys must be, because we also are customers, right? You must have experienced some positive, some improvement points that you may recommend for the insurance company or any aggregator portal. So with that, I'll just start. So omnichannel customer experience, we know this is a digital age, right? Every customer, so today we have a lot of options open thanks to a lot of startups, insurtech, right? There are different platforms where any customer can go and surf and find out different insurance products, right? Compare quotations. So we have many channels, right? So from say creating a seamless and meaningful experience is what we want. So I can go to website, I can go to social media sites, I can go to chatbot, I have WhatsApp bot, there is IVR, call centers, I can walk into the branches, right? So I have a lot of, customer has a lot of options available. But what matters to the customer is the seamless experience, right? If I go to either branch, if I go to the website, I download mobile app, I go to any social media, if I go to chatbot, the experience that I should gain, okay, should enhance, right, my connection with that particular organization. So that is the customer experience that we are working towards. So to meet these evolving expectation, so we need to embrace omnipresence, right? We cannot just be at a branch, right? Just be on the website. We have to see where the customers are moving towards. What are the channels they are accessing today? So we have OEMs as well, right? So MISP. So integration with their system, because if you purchase, for example, motor vehicle, if you buy a car, you get the policy from OEMs themselves. So as an insurance company, I have to be there, right, on their platform. So definition of omnipresence, like I said, means being present and accessible to the customers across all relevant touch points. Seamless experience is one where all interactions are smooth, consistent, and personalized. So there are a lot of benefits that we see in omnipresence and seamless customer experience: increased customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, right? Then brand reputation, increased in efficiency of our employees, right? If our employees' efficiency improves, then ultimately it will lead to customer satisfaction, because that is the quality of service we can provide to our customers. And obviously it will lead to reduction in cost. But at the same time, there are challenges, right? Which channel to be on, right? Whether this channel is relevant or not, whether I am competent enough, or I have all the relevant processes in place. Do I have the right team, right architecture in place to be on this particular channel, so that the customer experience is a better solution. So the few of the challenges that I have highlighted is obviously a legacy system. Many of the organizations still work on legacy systems, because of which they are not able to integrate, right, with peripheral system or maybe third-party service providers. So that is one of the challenge. Then data silos, the example that I gave, right? So within organization also, you may have multiple application which may not talk to each other, right? That integration may not be there, or if it is there, then it may not be real time. Yeah, third point is real time data integration. So one more example was call drop at call center. I'm sure you guys also must have experienced. You call at the call center, you talk for a minute or so, and somehow the call drops, right? Then there are certain organization who gives the callback option. They may call you back, or again you dial the number and it lands to some other representative, and the representative asks the same question again. Already 1 minute you have spoken, you have given the information, you have mentioned your queries, what you want, but still that representative, because the data is not available, right, in the system, they ask the question again, right? So those are the improvement points that everybody has to work towards. I've also captured few advanced technology, which is not mature enough, but could be the future, like metaverse and generative AI. I think there is no panelist or no session without Gen AI discussion. So metaverse is something that is, it is at the initial stage, it's not that matured, but there are possibilities that this also could be a channel, right? Wherein we can have customer coming on the metaverse, right? Trying to find out what products are available, and they may show interest on that channel as well. So this is futuristic, not immediate. Generative AI, we already are using generative AI, right? And we are exploring. So there are many use cases in generative AI where generative AI really can help personalize recommendation for the clients. We can have chatbot, which is actually Gen AI chatbot, which understands natural language, right? And replies to the customer as if some actually human is interacting. So that's the beauty of generative AI. Now, again, in these cases, there are challenges. Like I spoke about technology maturity. These technologies are rapidly evolving, but still that relatively new and may not be fully mature for widespread adoption in the insurance industry as of now. Then data privacy and security. I'm sure we have a session on cybersecurity resilience that will be interesting, but I just want to touch upon this topic, data privacy and security, because the more data you have, the more digital you go. These are the challenges, right? We are into insurance. Like after COVID, it was health insurance, right, in demand. And now it's all cyber liability policies. Then accessibility and inclusivity. So even though if you are, for example, metaverse, the customer should have access to VR headset and the platform, right? So we need to assess that as well, whether customers do have access or not, or we are investing into a channel where there are very few customers who have access to. Now, what are the strategies and boundaries that we need to take care so that this omnipresence and seamless customer experience can be realized? So the few points that I mentioned, one is obviously the clear objectives. We need to be very clear what we want, right? And how are you going to measure success? It's not like Gen AI is a buzzword that has come, it has taken everybody by storm, right? Everybody is behind Gen AI, Gen AI. But whether that use case that I have in mind really serves me the return that I'm looking for, right? It's not because everyone is following Gen AI, I also have to do something on Gen AI, right? I need to first sit down, plan, right? Have the right use case, right? And then get into that. Obviously, understanding is required, but before you get into implementing anything, the basic framework has to be prepared. So these are a few things. One is understanding your customer. Who are your customers, right? What do they want? What channel they prefer, right? So we have to have a balance. So there was one survey 2024 by PwC on insurance industry, where they said around 60% of customers now wants digital first interaction, right? So 60% customers prefer digital first interaction, but still that means 40% there are customers who goes into the traditional method. So we need to have a balance between the traditional as well as the advanced. So you need to understand your customers. You need to understand how they interact with you and what are their expectations. Then choosing the right framework, which I spoke about. One, you need to map the customer journey, right? You need to map the customer journey at various touch points, right? Which channel the customer follows, at what stage the customer drops, what exactly they are looking for. Then you also need to see the channel you're targeting, the maturity model. So you need to assess your current omni-channel capabilities, right? And identify areas of development. So once you do that, then you can take step by step rather than going at all the places, right? You want all the channels to be covered. You go one by one. Then design thinking, obviously you need to have customer centricity, and then considering customer at the center, you need to design your framework using predictive analytics and customer journey mapping to drive improvements in omnichannel interaction. Then the boundaries to consider, like we discussed, data privacy and security. You have to comply with regulation. You have to know what regulation says, because earlier when there was a cloud adoption, so there was again, right, around 5 to 10 years back, cloud. So then there was regulation, the data has to be in India, in those regions, it cannot be outside India. So you have to be aware about the regulation. That is very important. You have to comply with that. Then Custody PDP Act is about to come, right? It is going to be effective shortly. So you need to be aware of those and then plan your channel. Then the channel spread. Avoid adding too many channels without a clear purpose and strategy. It's proper evaluation of third-party integration. This is very important. So one of the seminar that I attended on cybersecurity, so this was highlighted, one of the banks, biggest bank, right, lost. I mean, there was a cyber fraud that happened. And when investigation happened, they realized that their system was robust. Okay, all the things were in place. But for payment, they had integrated with a third party. It was not their own system. It was third-party system. So where there was a vulnerability. So the hacker found vulnerability in the third-party vendor whose payment gateway the bank used. So it is very important, in addition to do a VAPT or cybersecurity policies that you have created for your own organization, you also need to evaluate whoever you are integrating with third party, right? You have to make sure the third party vendor or the partner is also complied with your cybersecurity policies, right? You need to have those reports and continuously monitor, and also check whether the third party is again directly integrated with some other party or not, right? So then you need to evaluate that person system as well. So that's really important. Then the cost management, balancing the investment in technology and infrastructure with the expected return. Legacy system we talked about. Organization silos, this is the most important thing within organization. Then the key strategies that you can use in addition to those points, obviously customer-centric approach, seamless transition. Customers can move between channels without losing contact. The example that I gave you of call center drop as well as policy renewal. Then empower employees. So this is really important, right? So employees has to be trained, right? So it's not only whatever technology you can take, but if your employees are not trained, even in cybersecurity, right? That awareness of cybersecurity has to be there within employees as well. So you can have robust technology, framework, policies, everything, but if employee clicks on a link, that may lead to a malware installation, right? So that awareness creation is really important. So it's not only about cybersecurity, it's also servicing the customers. How to service the customer, right? What data needs to be checked if this query comes, how to handle those queries, whether you have unified view of the customer or not, customer 360-degree view. So those are the things that is required. Invest in technology. Obviously, all these are possible with the help of technology. So we need to invest in technology. That's taken. The journey to a seamless customer experience is ongoing. It's not the end. You follow this and you are done. It's not so. It is ever growing. There will be new channels which will come up. Right? There will be new startups, right, which will bring disruption. So you have to be prepared for it. It's an ongoing journey. But with the right strategy and technology, it can unlock tremendous value for both brands and customers. Yeah, I think that's it from my side. Thank you.